Let's begin this Hatha 1 practice. Come into a comfortable seated position, cross-legged position, or you can sit in child's pose legs if you want to. Rest your palms onto your knees. Before we begin the physical practice, let's start with a bit of a mindful breathing and a bit of a meditation. Back is straight, face is facing forward. Relax your facial muscles, maybe go forward to relax everything, and then close the eyes. Observe the inflow and the outflow of your breath through your body. The essence of yoga is not just about the physical postures. It is also about mindful breathing, paying attention to the sensations in your body, and also observing what is going on in your mind and perhaps not taking any actions, but working on your breath, working on your subsequent poses so that your mind stays still. Take a few more breaths. Expand your belly when you inhale. If you are new to the Hatha 1 practice, try to concentrate more on your breathing. So you expand your chest and you expand your belly when you inhale to fill your lungs with air. And you do the opposite. You contract your chest and your belly back to your spine when you exhale. You do this, especially if you are new to the practice, to keep your breathing regulated and also to maintain the concentration so your mind doesn't drift away. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your eyes closed, turn your head in a clockwise direction, making big circles, circular motion with your head. Go slowly first. You want to pick up speed, that is up to you. Perhaps it is better to maintain a decent and slow speed to feel the part of your neck as you are turning your head in a clockwise direction. While you're doing this, maintain your concentration on your breathing so your mind keeps still. 3 more big circles. And then reverse direction, the other way, anti-clockwise. 4 more circles. Finish your last one. And then come back to center. Gently open your eyes. Interlace fingers, stick your thumbs up. Place your thumbs underneath your chin. And then keep your shoulders relaxed, so don't hunch it to the ears. Lift the chin up, look up to the ceiling. Use a bit of your thumbs to push the chin up. You want to close the eyes, you can go ahead, or you can keep your eyes open. Stay for 5. Stay for 4. Relax your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Interlace the fingers. Maintain your thumbs crossed. Place it behind the head, between the head and the neck. Round the back. Elbows together. Look at your belly button. Breathe. It's a counter pose. For 4, 3, 2, 1. As you inhale, lengthen your spine, turn your head to look up, open up the elbows to the side. Exhale, round the back, back to where you came from in this pose. Inhale, let's make a few times of this. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, back up, face the front, release your right palm down the right side of the mat of the hip, left arm up, side bend towards the right. Inhale, both arms up, exhale towards the left. Inhale, up, both arms up, exhale to the right, maybe lower, maybe the elbow can touch the mat. Inhale, both arms up, exhale towards the left. Face is relaxed, don't look so strict. Inhale, arms up, Monday is almost over guys. Exhale towards the right. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale towards the left. One last time, you're going to keep still. Inhale up and exhale. Stay there, keep still in this pose. Now you look forward, you don't look down. You keep stretching your top arm, your left arm more towards the right. Now see whether you can suck your belly in, pull in your rib cage back towards your spine and turn your chest slightly up to the ceiling. And then you turn to look up to the ceiling. And then as you continue to stretch this top arm more towards the right, try to take it behind your ear so you get a bit of a shoulder opening. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, let's go towards the left. Top arm more towards the left side. Look at the front so that your head is not looking down, not looking up yet. Suck your rib cage in, pull it in, belly button in as well every time you exhale. And then start to turn your chest, a little gentle twist to turn your chest to flip up to face the ceiling. And then see whether you can take the top arm, your right arm, place it behind the ear so you get an opening for your shoulder. Breathe for 5. Breathe for 4. In any of the poses, if you want to feel with your eyes closed, you can go ahead. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift back up and release. Let's come into a tabletop. Tabletop, as the name suggests, you're like a table, so your arms are straight underneath you. Straight arms, palms underneath your shoulders at about shoulder width distance apart. Your knees below the hips at about hip distance apart. Your toes tucked under, or you can point the toes like this if you want to. A few rounds of the cow and cat. Inhale, cow pose. Hollow your back. Lift the ears up. Exhale, round the back. Cat pose. Chin to chest. Curve your back. Inhale, curve your back, but curve it down. Exhale, round the back. Curving your back with your back rounded, sticking up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last 3. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Back to your tabletop. Move your palms about 1 palm distance forward. Tuck your toes under. Lift the knees up. Downward facing dog. Now you keep still, or you can walk your dog by embedding one leg, straightening the other as you like pedaling a bicycle. So, or you can keep still. Look between your feet, or look at the point between your knees, or even towards your navel. Now you keep still in downward dog. Try to keep your palms pressing down, like you want to push yourself off this mat. To get your hips higher to the ceiling. Stay for 4. Stay for 3. Stay for 2. And 1. Inhale to your plank position, like a high push-up. Downward dog as you exhale. When you go to your plank, keep your hips only as high as your shoulders. Inhale, plank. Downward dog as you exhale. If you're not sure how high your hips were, you can look back and see where your hips are in relation to your shoulders. Inhale to your plank. Now you stay. Look at your hips. My hips are just about the same height as my shoulders. I don't have to look at the screen to see it. I can tell from here. And then you look back forward. Stay for 5. Keep pushing your chest up. 4, 3, 2, 1. In your next exhale, lower the knees. Bend the elbows to your ribcage, chest and chin to touch the mat. Stay for 5. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide your legs back. Rest the hips down. Point your toes. Cobra Pose. Inhale. Lift up. Cobra. Downward facing dog as you exhale. One more time. Inhale to your plank. Knees, chest, chin, exhale. Cobra Pose. Inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. One more time. All things come in 3. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Cobra Pose. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Some of you might be wondering what is the magic number today. It is not 3. It is something else, but it depends on the poses. So, no need to second guess. Now step your right foot forward, take your left knee down. Let's start to open up the hips, the hip flexor. Tuck your left toes under on the mat. Keep it tucked under. And then you can move the front foot, your right foot forward to go deeper by bending the right knee forward so that you get the stretch towards your left hip flexor. Rest your palms onto your front knee and bounce up and down or moving the knee forward and backwards like this. Okay? Look forward and breathe. You don't have to synchronize your breathing, your inhale, exhale with a moving front and back. Every time you move your knee forward, you bend your knees more, you get deeper stretch. Continue for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you keep still. You can move your front foot a few inches forward to go deeper if you now you feel more comfortable, or you stay where you are. And then you suck your belly in whenever you exhale. Engage your core to keep your spine steady and stable. Reach the arms up. For those who feel great in your shoulders, you can take your palms to touch, elbows straight, or take the arms behind your ears. Look forward. Stay. A nice stretch to your hip flexor on the left. Breathe for 6. Breathe for 5. 4. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Step back, downward facing dog. You can keep still, you can walk it out. Let's go to the other side. Step your left foot forward, place your right knee down. Tuck your right toes under on this mat. Move the left knee and the left foot forward to go deeper. Keep the knee above the ankle and it's pointing forward. Don't take it to the sides. And then rest the palms onto your knee. Again, you bounce front and back or up and down with your hips. With every subsequent bouncing, maybe you can go maybe about 1 centimeter lower to get an opening to your left side of the hips. Take your time slowly. It takes time to open up. Especially if you're sitting all day, lazing around on the sofa, watching Netflix, or just doing something that is making our shoulders and our hips tight. 4, 3, 2, 1. And 1. Let's come to this pose, the low lunge pose, Anjali-asana. Suck your belly in, contract your core muscles to stabilize your spine, as if you're trying to shrink your waistline by one size smaller, and then lift the arms up. Or again, as usual, to go deeper, palms together with straight arms. You can lock your thumbs by crossing your thumbs and stay. Look forward. For 6. For 5. For 4. 3. 2. 1. Release. Step back, downward facing dog. Let's do a little flow. Inhale to your plank. Knees, chest, chin, exhale. Cobra pose. Point your toes. Inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Good. Step your right foot forward. Take your left knee down. Let's go into your half splits. Adha Hanumanasana pose. Front leg straightens. Now you can use your blocks. There is my cat. Hips above your knee. You can use your hands on your blocks, or you can place your hands on your mat if you can go deeper. Flex your right ankle, right toes pointing up. Lean forward, straight spine. Try not to round the back like this. You keep a spine as straight as you can throughout the process of folding forward. It is only when your chest and your belly touch your front leg that your spine will round a little. Stay. Breathe for 5. Breathe for 4. 3. You can go deeper. You can rest the elbows down on the mat. Like this. 2. And 1. Release. Step back, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Let's go to the other side. Back knee down, front leg straightens. Flex the ankle, but keep your hips above your right knee, your bottom knee. So it's a straight line. So you're not going to lean back like this. You're going to stay here. You're going to stretch yourself forward, walking your hands either on your blocks. You can adjust the height. For those who feel super tight, you can take to the higher setting or the medium or the lowest, or no need for the blocks. And bow forward. You want to go deeper. For those with the space, you can bend the elbows, getting the elbows to touch the mat. Stay for 5. Stay for 4. Stay for 3. 2. 1. Release. Step back, downward facing dog. Now take your feet together, big toes touching. Take your right leg up to the ceiling. Oops. Hit my dining table. Bend the right knee, turn the knee up to the ceiling. Open up the hips. Keep looking backward. Stay for 4. 3. 2. And 1. Step the right foot forward, left knee down. So look at this carefully before you go to the next pose. So let me show you. It's going to be the half split again. So you come to the shape. Front leg straightens. Tuck your back toes under. Now this time, whether your hands are on your blocks or on the mat, it doesn't matter. You can still do this pose, okay? So don't beat yourself up too much that you cannot do the pose just because your hands are not on the mat. You lean forward. Now if your hands are on the mat, you walk your fingers backwards like this. So you cup your fingers. Because now you have the stretch to your hamstring. You can go down, you stay there, okay? Or with the blocks. Fingers pointing backwards. Palms not on the mat. Cupping your fingers. Cupping. So that your palm is off the mat. Stay. And then here, you're going to lean forward. Again, you're going to move your back heel up. You flex the ankle or you point the toes. For some of you, you point the toes, you might feel the cramping. I'm going to feel the cramp now, so I'm going to flex the ankle, the back toes that is. Stay. You feel good, you can balance, you can lift one palm, or you can lift the other palms off. Okay? That is. Takes a bit of effort to balance. Especially I'm talking, not easy. So go ahead to your half split position. Walk the hands backwards, fingertips only on the mat or on your blocks. So you cup your palms, lift the palms off, stay. Start to lift up. If your back knee is not comfortable, please place a towel like cushion. Lift up your left foot up, either keep it ankle flex or point the toes. And perhaps you want to lift up one hand off the mat. Engage your legs like you want to pull the front heel back towards you. Or lift both arms up. For 3. For 2. And 1. Release. Step back, downward facing dog. Alright, everyone doing okay, huh? Alright, feet together, big toes touching in downward dog. Take your left leg up. Lift, lift, lift. Bend the left knee, turn the knee up to the ceiling. Two more breaths. Then step the left foot forward, back knee down. Let's work on this pose, on this side. I'm going to place my towel underneath my right knee. Front leg straightens, coming to the half split position again. Make sure your hips are still above both your right knee. Lean forward, fold. Hands backwards, straight arms, cup the palms. And lift your back heel off the mat. Either point the toes or you can flex the ankle. Find your balance and maybe you float one arm off or both arms off. Stay for 3. 2. And 1. Release. Downward dog. Good attempt, guys. Don't expect to hold that for so long. It's okay, but it's fun. Feet together, big toes touching. Take your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend the right knee up to the ceiling. Come to tiptoes with the other foot. Let's build some leg strength in this hip opening pose with the right knee up. You're gonna bend your bottom leg, left knee very close to your mat like this, and then lift back up. Bend your bottom knee, left knee very close to the mat, and then straighten it back. Your right knee is always bent and pointing up to the ceiling, guys. Bend your left knee very close to the mat and lift it up. 3 more. And up. Last 2. Last 1. And step the right foot on the outside of your right palm. Lizard pose. Move your left leg backwards more. Point the left toes. Stay here. And then bounce up and down to get an opening to your hip side. Your right foot, turn it 45 to the right. And move it slightly forward to give you more space if you want to go a bit deeper. So I'm now in front. The blocks will be very handy here for those who find it difficult. You can rest your palms on your blocks so your hands are elevated above the mat. If not, you just keep your palms on the mat if this is good for you. And then you keep still, you stay there, or you rest your elbows on your blocks or on the mat. And then you rock left and right to open up the right side of the hips. It is okay that you flip your right foot, that your right big toe is lifted up. Like this. Stay and breathe. Now working on this external rotator muscles, the hip muscles here. For 3. Well, actually today I have no magic number. Sometimes I count 5, sometimes I count 6, sometimes I count 3 like this. But counting 3 doesn't mean that it's going to be going to be over so soon. Huh? It's a long 3. 2. Open up the hips. Oh, juicy stretch for your tight hips. And 1. You can either stay onto your elbows or you come back onto your palms. Right arm goes back to grab the foot behind you, lift it up. And then stretch it by getting the foot close towards you. Like this. Okay? With a gentle twist as well, as you're twisting towards your right. Stay for 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Release. Step back, downward facing dog. Feet together, big toes touching. Take your left leg up to the ceiling. Bend the left knee, turn the knee up to the ceiling. Keep this hip opening with your left knee still pointing up, with your left foot close to your buttocks. Tiptoes on your right foot, the standing foot that is. Bend this right knee close to the mat. Keep your left knee still up to the ceiling and then straighten your right leg back up. 5 more. Continue. Keep breathing. Finish your last 3. And wrap it up by taking your left foot on the outside of your left palm. Tuck your right toes under. Point the toes, I didn't mean tuck under. Slide the right leg behind you. Move your left foot a few inches forward, turn it 45 degrees to the left. And then either palms on your blocks or palms on your mat. Bounce up and down. Sometimes it's good to have some movement between the poses. So you work on the muscle, stretching and releasing. And sometimes it's good to hold the pose in an isometric hold. One more bounce and you keep still. And then you can go deeper by bending your elbows down onto your mat or onto your blocks. And then you rock left and right, left and right. It's going to be a slow count, stay for 3. It's okay for your left big toe to be lifted up. 2. And 1. Place your left foot back on the mat, but keep it at a 45-degree angle. Either stay onto your elbows or come back onto your palms. Left arm reaches back, grabs the right foot behind you, pull it back towards the hip. And do this twist. Stay for 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Release, step back, downward dog. Okay, step your right foot forward, come into the high lunge position this time. Back knee is off the mat. Front knee bends. Lift the arms up. And then reach the arms behind your back, interlace fingers. Lift the interlace fingers above towards the ceiling. And then take a little back bend. Stay for 5. 4. 3. take a big step backwards with your right foot. One big step. Oops. You have to bend your back. You need to give it a bit of a momentum like this. So you bend your left knee and then lift back up with interlaced fingers, and then you bow forward. You keep the interlaced fingers so you get a nice internal rotation stretch. Try to squeeze your belly and your chest towards your legs. Stay. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Release. Back to downward facing dog. Okay, step your left foot forward. Low high lunge pose. Sorry, making some adjustment to the screen here. Okay, back to your high lunge with a left foot forward. Reach the arms up. And then interlace fingers behind your back. One more time. Lift the interlaced fingers away from your back. Lift the heart up. Look back or look up. Stay for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Look back forward. The back knee, bend it very close to the mat. Use your leg strength to push back. So let's try. You go to your left, your right foot is behind you. 1, 2, and kick up and stay. Then you bow forward. Interlace fingers high to the ceiling. Squeeze your chest and your belly back to your spine. Stay for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Keep looking down this time. Release your interlaced fingers down to your mat and fold forward. Go deeper if you want to, wrapping your arms behind your legs, elbows behind the knees, fingers behind the ankles, fingers pointing down, pinky fingers to touch, and then stretch down. 4. Shift the weight more towards the toes so that your heels feel very light, but they are still on the mat. Stay for 6. Stay for 5. Stay for 4. Stay for 3. 2. And 1. Release. Now you stand up or you can sit down and look at me while I demonstrate the next pose. So if you stretch your hamstrings, which is also part of your hips, pretty okay now, so let's work on this balancing pose. So before you execute this pose, let me show you. You're going to take yourself standing. You're going to bow forward. Now you're going to interlace fingers. Let me see. Interlace fingers, not up, but backwards, on the outside of your feet. Okay? And then you're going to bow forward. You bow forward and then you clamp your body closer together with your interlace with your arms. And then you shift the weight towards the right foot. And then you tuck and you bend the knee up. And then once your foot is close to your interlaced fingers, then you grab the foot. Like so. Okay? This takes a bit of balance. Look at the point in front of you, on the floor. Go ahead with your right foot as your standing foot. Feet together, big toes touching. Sweep your arms below you, straight arms and interlace fingers. Release your index finger. And then try to go lower by getting your chest closer towards your legs, and then you clamp the outside of your thighs or the legs with your arms. Now you shift the weight towards your right foot. You lift up your other leg. You bend the knee. As the heel touches the interlaced fingers, you temporarily release your interlaced fingers and grab the foot or the heel. And then you stay, pointing the left heel away from you. If you can, keep your left shin horizontal. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Work on the other side, please. Fold forward, feet together, and then stretch your arms behind you again. Interlace fingers first. Clamp the arms on the outside of your legs. Shift the weight now towards the left foot. Bend the right knee. As the right heel touches your interlaced fingers, then you slowly release the interlaced fingers and then you grab the foot. No need to point the right toes towards the buttock. Point the right toes away from you to your back of the mat, not to the ceiling. Try to squeeze your body very close to your center, towards your belly button so that you stay balanced. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Release. Step back, downward facing dog. Let's take a little flow. High plank inhale. Knees, chest, chin, exhale down. Cobra Pose, inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Take your knees down on the mat, then look at me. I will show you the next pose. We're gonna use the open hips to go into like a, well, let's call it like a flying lizard. So what, it goes like this. You're gonna take your, let me show you to this side, facing the front. The right foot forward like the lizard pose again. And this time, if you cannot place your elbows down, you can rest your elbows on the mat, on the block, like this. And then you're gonna round the back, get the right shoulder underneath the right thigh, right? And then this left hand, you either keep it on the block, the elbow on the block, and the left fingers on the mat, or you have the space, you can go down all the way down, alright? And then your left toes, you tuck under, you place it somewhere behind you or a bit more towards the right to keep the balance. And then you lift up on the right toes like this. Lift, lift, lift. And see whether you can squeeze the leg and you straighten it. And then you rest the palm down, the right palm down. You want to go further, you feel good. You lift up your back toes, your left toes up. And then you can cup yourself like looking like this, looking very cute in this position. And place your left palm underneath your chin. Okay? Try this for fun. With the hip opening. Alright, like a lizard pose. So your right foot forward. Tuck your back toes under. You don't have to move your foot too much to the front. Take it slightly backwards. And then you round the back, get the right shoulder underneath the right knee. Left elbow either down on the mat or down on your block. Alright? Lean forward. Right palm on the mat. Come onto your tiptoes, lean forward slightly, and then as you lift up, you squeeze your right leg towards your right shoulder. Don't let it slide down. And then see whether you can straighten it and point the toes forward. And then you can lift up the back foot off if you want to, and you can cup your left palm, your left palm underneath your chin. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Okay, now your turn to work on the other side. Step your left foot forward on the left side of your left palm. Coming to the lizard pose prep. You don't have to slide your left foot to front. Take it slightly backwards. So it's a 90 degrees with your shin to your thigh. Tuck your left shoulder underneath your left thigh. Round the back. Right elbow down on the mat or on your block. Lean forward. For better balance, you can place the right toes more towards the left before you lift it up. Or you don't want to, you can always place it behind you. Lean forward and then tip toes on your left foot. And then you can start to squeeze this leg. If you cannot straighten it, doesn't matter. Keep it partly straightened or partly bent. And then you squeeze and straighten it towards the front. Try to squeeze your left shoulder towards your left arm and your left leg towards your left shoulder. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Float the right toes up. And maybe you can cup your right side of your chin with your right palm. Stay for 4. Come on guys, breathe, breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take a child's pose. Nice job. Hip opening with some strength required. Okay, sit back up, butterfly. Open up your knees to the sides, making a diamond shape with your legs, or you can make your hips more open by getting your hips closer towards your ankles. And then open up your feet like a book, and then flap your butterfly wings, getting the knees closer to your mat every time you flip it down. A few more times. And then you keep still. You open up your feet again, keep it open. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, bow forward. Just go to your best. If here is good, here is good, here is good, here is good. Just stay. If your head is really very close to your mat, you can stretch your arms forward. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Release. Now take your feet away from your hips about 2 block distance away, so about 1.5 to 2 feet away. Hook your big toes with your peace finger, your index and your middle fingers and your thumbs. Straight back, we're gonna go with a bit of your like a butterfly legs in a boat pose. So let me turn sideways so you can see how to execute this pose. Lean back, round the back first, lift the legs up, butterfly, keep it as high as your eyes, and then keep the spine slightly lengthened more and not rounding too much. Try to pull the toes, the big toes, towards your head. Okay, go ahead. And they're very, very close, then you can round the back a bit more. But if you round too much, you will tend to fall like this, okay? Like a dead beetle, so don't go that low. Don't round the back too much. You round the back only when you come to a maximum or to a minimum space between your head and your toes. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Now let's go to the boat pose. Hold the back of the thighs, straight back, knees together, look forward. Either release one hand off or both hands off, or your legs can be straight. Many options, or even your arms back if you want to go even stronger in this boat. Stay for 5. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Place your feet down, open up your feet as well as your mat. Grab your heels by taking your hands between your legs and behind your ankles, wrap it from inside to outside and then wrap it back around the ankles. Back is rounded and then go ahead to bounce your head closer towards the floor. 10 more times. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Keep your legs back in butterfly. Let's do a spinal twist towards the right. Straight spine, turn towards the right. Right hand behind on the mat. Left hand either place it on the knee or between the feet. Lengthen spine when you inhale and twist. And look past your right shoulder. And release. Switch sides. Left hand behind, right hand between the feet or onto this left knee. Lengthen spine and twist towards the left, looking past your left shoulder. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Stretch your legs wide as you can. We call this pose the Upavishta Konasana pose, or almost a side splits. Now if your back is beginning to round like this, you can either take your legs closer because it's too deep for you, closer, and then keep your back straight. Okay? With your hands behind you to keep your spine straight as you bow forward. For those who can, go all the way down. Okay? Slowly walk your fingers and your hands forward and go down to the best you can. Stay for 6. Stay for 5. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Lift yourself up. Place your palms underneath your knees, bend your knees, bring them closer together, and then legs straighten in front of you, shake it up. Roll the feet left and right, bend the knees up and down. Okay. Let's do a twist and then we come into one fun pose, the tortoise pose. But let's get a twist to open up the body a bit more. Coming to your lower lunge position, right foot forward, left knee down. Okay, let me turn to this side. Right foot forward, left knee down. Alright, twisting towards the right. Place your left elbow on the outside of your right leg. Palms together. Lengthen spine, don't round the back like this. Lengthen and twist. Look up towards the ceiling or you can look forward in front of you, away from your chest. Stay for 6. For 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Release. The other side. Step your left foot forward, place your right knee back on the mat. Twisting. Palms together. Go ahead. So it is your right elbow on the outside of the left leg. For 3, for 2, and 1. Release. Okay, body is ready. Let's have this pose to work with. The tortoise pose, Krimasana. This pose will not be easy for some of you. You just do your best. Bow I wouldn't say not easy. If you want to go to your deepest, of course it's not easy, but everyone can work on this pose, no matter how high or how low you are. So the pose is like this. Remember we did this just now? What you do, you're gonna round the back slightly, get the shoulders underneath your legs as much as you can, elbows straighten backwards. And then you start to slide your legs and straighten it, and then get yourself down. Okay? It's called a tortoise pose because if you look from up to down, your head is like your body is rounded like a shell, a tortoise shell, and your two legs are like the front two legs of the tortoise, and your hands behind are the back legs of the tortoise. Okay, sideways is like this. Arms back, straighten the legs. I'll do your best. Some of you are only here. It's okay. I wasn't like this all the way. It took me some time to open up the space. Okay? So go ahead now. For those in the space, you're already down. You can flex the ankle and lift the heels off the mat. So that your heels do not touch the mat. Try your best. Stay for 5. Stay for 4. Stay for 3. Stay for 2, and stay for 1. Release. Take a downward facing dog, guys. Come into your plank, lower down into your knees, chest, chin, and take your Cobra Pose. This time you're going to hold in this pose. Elbows straighten. Look forward. Take your hips down on the mat. Lift the chest up and up. Stay for 5. Stay for 4. 3. 2. 1. Slowly come back down. Pause and breathe. One more time with the Cobra Pose. Inhale, lift up, Bhujangasana. Stay. Maybe second time you can go a bit more, or higher, that is. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Child's pose. Slowly round the back, open up your knees as wide as your mat if you want to. Big toes touching, make a letter V with your legs, and then stretch forward. Take 6 deep breaths. We have worked a lot with your hips. We have built some strength in your legs and some in your core. So it's very hip centric in today's practice. One more breath, and then lift yourself back up. Sit down on the mat. Take your legs as wide as your mat. Bend your knees like a bridge pose position, but keep it wide as your mat. And then hands behind you to support your back. Like windscreen wipers of a car windscreen. Turn your knees across towards the right, back up, towards the left, back up, towards the right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, and you stay for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the knees back up and then knees towards the left. And you stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Alright, I just turn back on the comments. If you have anything to ask or any last remaining few seconds before the class ends. So we come to the end of this practice. Always good when the class ends, at least in this online class, you can go into a Shavasana. Take a little break, rest there, and be calm to yourself. Alright? So in the meantime, continue to stay strong, stay safe, stay at home. Have a nice evening, everyone. Namaste.